Yo people, welcome back to another video brought to you by Teejmondo, aka NZ Rookie, and we're bringing it back with more of a sit down, one-on-one, you and me and the tree style video. So essentially the topic of today's video, courtesy of this period of the year, aka the shitty period, the exam period, we're going to be talking about how to maximize your performance in your exams. Now this could be used across the board, not necessarily just in your exams. This can be used for an important interview, like a job interview. This could be used for anything important that you want to just be at your optimum mental focus. So probably a more accurate title is how to improve, or the most efficient method to improve your mental focus. Now what I'm going to be talking about in this video is exclusive to the work, aka the study you put in. So this is something you can do on the day / the night before in order to improve your mental performance. Now why am I a creditable source? Well, here is a piece of anecdotal evidence for you. I currently just sat my A2 level literature paper, did the frickin' techniques that I'm going to be going over, went swimmingly. Well, at least I feel like it went well. My Spanish speaking exam, which I did a month ago, the only exam that I didn't use these techniques for, and I completely bottled it. So does that does that make me the person to tell you what to do the day of your exam? Probably not, but I just think that these are some interesting techniques that I found for me personally have 100% improved my mental focus. So for the sake of the argument, let's say your exam / your business meeting / your interview, whatever it is at 2 p.m. right in the middle of the afternoon. Now, these methods are basically the same across the board, whether you have, let's say, an early exam at 9 a.m. or something later in the day, but just for the sake of the argument, let's say that your exam is at 2 p.m. on the dot. So first thing that I find extremely helpful is obviously getting a good 8 hours of sleep the night before and waking up just at your usual time. So for me, that's usually around 8:30, sometimes 9 o'clock. So this morning I got up at 8:30 and dove right into some revision. Because my exam was at 2 p.m, I had a buffer of time, enough time to go over my notes, my preparation. So I designate the morning, usually 2 to 3 hours, going over all of my preparations for that exam. So for example, I had English this morning and I probably roughly spent about 2 hours going over my notes, memorizing quotes, frickin' writing a poem as we speak. So essentially what you want to do is you want to designate that morning, the first 2 hours of being awake, to simply focusing on getting some work done. During this time, I highly recommend you're fasted. For me, it improves my mental focus. I'm not thinking about food. All I'm thinking about is paying attention to what I've got in front of me. So step 1, revise what you need to know. Step number 2, now this is the whole point of this video. I think that this technique, hands down, is the difference between you getting a good score, maybe an extra 10% in your exam, just simply based off mental focus, and that is doing 30 minutes of extremely intense cardiovascular exercise. So for me today, I had a jump rope. I'll run you through the workout that I did. Essentially, it was a circuit where I do 30 seconds of an exercise and then I have 10 seconds rest. And then once I complete the circuit once, I rest a minute and then complete the circuit another 5 times. So the jump rope exercises I were doing consist of fast skip, jump rope single unders, double unders, and jump rope sprint as well. Now if you hate jump rope, great, fuck jump rope, do something else, do something that you thoroughly enjoy, but the whole point is for that 30 minutes you've got to give 100% of your energy. Completely forget about the notes you've gone over that morning and give 100% into your exercise, whether that's running, doing frickin' star jumps, a different type of circuit training, literally anything as long as it's cardiovascular, 30 minutes, and you are going at 100% intensity. I cannot stress the importance of that enough. So after you work out an absolute mean sweat, you're absolutely knackered from that intense cardiovascular session, what you want to do is jump into a cold shower. I find that for me, a cold shower cools my body down, gets rid of all the sweat, improves my mental focus, and from there, after the cold shower, once I'm tuned in, obviously clean my teeth, bloody scrub my gooch, done all the rest of what I do in my normal morning routine. I then head downstairs for meal numero uno, the first meal of the day. Now again, this can be whatever you want. I tend to keep it light. This morning I just had peanut butter and banana on toast. Freaking great combo. I'm absolutely addicted to it currently on this cut. But make sure your first meal is balanced, and something that I think is really important for your first meal is to add salt. Because essentially during that super intense cardiovascular session, when you're sweating out a lot of your electrolytes, you want to replace those electrolytes whilst drinking as little water as possible to save you needing a piss halfway through your exam. So something I do is I use a little electrolyte drink. It's small, it's just a glass full. I find that that keeps me hydrated and doesn't completely fill my bladder, and then I also put salt on my breakfast, so I love a little bit of salt on the peanut butter and banana toast combo. It's freaking insane. Try it, chuck it in the microwave 30 seconds, nuke that bitch, pull it out. It's like, it almost tastes like chocolate. Like, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised. Then I would argue the next most important thing, bar the exercise, is this next technique, which is Caffeinate. Now there's actually something specific you want to do here, because you need to be careful with your choice. Like if you go for a Monster, obviously 500 milliliters, half a liter of fluid entering your system, you're gonna need a piss halfway through your exam. So something that I think is really effective is a small glass of coffee, double shot espresso. Get that down you. Preferably you want to do it, you know, within the hour building up to your exam, so your freaking dopamine levels are on a high, the neurons that have been cemented in your head from doing the exercise are on a high, and basically what happens is they have intercourse in your head and you become a freaking supercomputer while you're sitting your exam. And last but not least, just enter your exam room, look at that paper, make it your bitch, because confidence is key. If you believe you're going to do well, 100% you will do well. But I just wanted to share with you guys this little method that I've come up with that I find is helping me through my exams. I hope will help you guys through your exams. And I guarantee that if you try these techniques, aka revision, exercise, cold shower, good food with electrolytes and caffeinate, realistically, it's gonna just make you a genius. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Just more of an informative sit-down style video. I think it's interesting. I like to know your guys' techniques, what you guys do before a big exam. Maybe you have a wank or something, I don't know. But essentially, that is what I do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. More episodes on the shred coming soon, because we're getting fucking lean, mate. Anyway, peace.
Not a driller, but I've left man open, leaking. Terrorist the way I've had man's parents screaming. Brandishing my flicky in the shrubs, steaming. When I snap, I see red like I'm possessed by a demon. Always been a nigga that can dress clean. Robbing every day, I would finesse.